very sad, isn't it, that for a lot of us, for a lot of our lives, maybe the only badger we see, or badgers that we see, are on the road and they've been hit by a car or a lorry because they're very nocturnal, they don't like being out in the daylight, and they're looking around and thinking, okay, make a run for it, lads, try and cross the road, wham. And there's an awful lot, I can't remember what the figure is, but it's huge, and an awful lot of badgers that are killed on the roads. We can't do much about that, but what we can do something about is making sure that badgers are not being persecuted or involved in cruel sports and so on and so forth, or misguided plans, because there's a lot there. I won't go into it right now, but badgers need, I was going to say friends, but they need us. They need us to be their friends. I suppose badgers have been in the news an awful lot in the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, I've found myself going to rallies and meetings and protests and all-night badger watches and protesting to ministers and arguing and so on and so forth. So I don't think anybody in the country now is unaware that badgers exist and that there are controversies about them, whether they carry diseases to cattle and so on and so forth. Whether the facts that we know from the newspapers are correct is quite another matter, which I won't go into now. But the result is that over the past couple of years, I think it's almost a plus thing is that people really have rallied round, and the Badger Trust and all sorts of other groups have been out there supporting badgers, providing evidence, actually going out and inoculating. Some of the badger groups actually go out and do inoculations to prove that that is a possibility, and it means that badgers have got a lot more friends than they ever used to have. And I think that people are more aware of them than they ever were before. And also, because of the internet, you get more and more little clips on YouTube of badgers. I've got a lovely one of a badger who's come to the kitchen back door, and a bloke used to put out the remains of his curry. With poppadoms and chicken curry, the badger really liked, and there's a picture of it standing up like one of those, sort of drive-in restaurants. So he's standing there saying, any chance of a bit of chutney? And it's lovely, I mean, people by and large, you get people complaining, oh, it dug up my lawn. Yes, they do all sorts of things like that, so do dogs, etc., etc. But basically, I am convinced that badgers are one of those animals that is definitely doing a good job for animals, if you see what I mean. They don't misbehave, they're not dangerous, they're beautiful, and it's a privilege to see them.